Hey guys, what's going on? I'm live. I'm just dropping the link into different chats and we're going to get going straight away. We're going to kick off with the random. I just want to check that everything's working okay. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm live. Everything sounds great, so we're good to go. If you are here, give us a comment. I just want to quickly just put it onto the actual break page. I should probably put it into the mini too. I'll do that really quickly and then we are going to get going with this random. Okay, so that's all done. I'm just going to put it onto Alright, I'm just going to change this over and we're good to go. Alrighty guys, let's do the random. So just really quickly, this is the mini breakdown. So we've got Paul, Adam, I should say Paul Bleakley, Adam Amy, Paul Reed, we got Christian, we got Oyvind, we got Andrew Hart, we got Paul Bleakley, and our closer, or our number at the bottom, our person at the bottom of the list is Adam Amy. So we're going to go to the dice roller. We are going to roll 2 dice, 6, which is perfect. Hey Bodan, what's going on, mate? How you doing? Thanks for confirming the sound. Hey Mason, what's going on, mate? Yeah, hopefully we do get some fire tonight. OKC, like whatever. I'm hoping for the case hits, to be honest. I'm really hoping that we do well out of those, and I'm a bit unsure because I think we should get 1 tiger, but do you get a tiger and do you get an elephant? I'm not really too sure about that. Or is the elephant like mega box exclusive? Yeah, I couldn't really find that out, to be honest. Alrighty, 6 times. So congratulations to Mr. Andrew Hart. Andrew Hart has come away with that, and I gotta be honest, I feel like he has been pretty much in every random of mine lately, and so thank you, Andrew, and I feel like that's quite well deserved, mate. I'm just gonna also update really quickly the I think I did that right. I just want to really quickly double check. Hey Joshua, what's going on, mate? Alrighty, yep, 6 dice, so that's good. I can get rid of that, and then we can change over to this, and then we're good to go. I'll just quickly update Andrew's name into here. Just as usual, guys, we probably just will put on the no spoilers, because I do know that we have a few lads that, you know, do shift work and, you know, afternoon shifts and sort of evening shifts and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just sort of alrighty guys, so just to show you the seal, I'm just gonna move this around just for 2 seconds. So it's got Australia Post tape over it, but you can still see the hang on a second, this is terrible. What am I doing? That's better. You can still see the Panini seal here, so that's awesome. It is a sealed case, which is always good. So I'll just bust that open now. Let's go. like that, I could probably wrangle this so it is on the camera at all time. I could probably chuck it here. How's that? And then I can just reach into the boxes. So, yeah, that's fine. You can still see it in the top right. I mean, it's a bit of a crapshoot if you're switching blasters over, but I probably should still practice, best practice. Do best practice, shouldn't I? Alright guys, I'm good to go. So yeah, have a great break, guys. Again, as I always say, thank you. Maybe for cases with a case hit, we could have a mini for which box the case hit is in, and the winner gets something. Bodan, I like the idea of this, but I'm not 100% sure I understand. So do you mean like another prize? Is that what you're saying, mate? I'm not sure I fully understand what you mean, but yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Or do you mean that the case hit doesn't go to the team, it goes to the winner of that box? Another prize. Yeah, why not? I mean my only thing lately is I just feel like I'm so price conscious because it's like super competitive at the moment. Like just super competitive. There's so many breakers out there now. It's just like a million breakers, and prices for stock is, I don't know, it probably seems like it's come down a lot. Like I definitely feel, like when I spend money these days, I feel like I'm getting more boxes for what I'm spending. But at the same time, in terms of like getting value back for what you're spending, like where are we sort of at with that? So it just seems like really tough at the moment. So, anything that we sort of add into it, it just sort of adds in price. But at the same time, I do see the value of $10 a box. Yeah, man, we can do something like that. That sounds good, mate. Let's give it a go. Like, why not? What have we got to lose? Hey, Jared, what's going on, man? I mean, insane. Like, so if it's $10 a box, so if there's 30 spots, that's 300. Like, you would get, multiple blasters. You would get, what, 2 or 3? You'd nearly get 3 megas for that, right? Is it 2 or 3? Okay, let's just say 2 or 3. So that's, yeah, we can definitely do something like that, of course. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. I see what you're saying, man. Don't worry. Alrighty, guys. So I am going to be extremely conscious of, time tonight because we are doing 20 boxes. Alrighty, that's a good start. Rookie card of Courtside. Desmond Bain. That's going to the Grizz. That's going to Oyvind. Congrats, mate. In terms of penny sleeving cards, I'm not going to do as many as I would normally do. But if there's anything that you do want penny sleeve, top loaded, one touch, as always, lads, just hit me up and I'll do it in real time. Alrighty, we've got a silver coming up and it looks like an insert. Desmond Bain. Let's just call this a box of Desmond Bain. Saban Lee on the flash. And actually, that doesn't look like a regular flash. That looks a bit darker. Is that? Oh, that's numbered. There you go. Awesome. 28 of 49. That's going to the Pistons. Nice pickup. That's going to Mr. Jason Varga. Congrats, mate. That's a sick card. Yeah, Bodan, let's do that next break, man. I mean, I suppose we could do that instead of, say, a skunk price, but that is the silver of Jason Tatum. Sweet Lou. Hal Burton on the Premier level. Look, Sam, mate, you gotta... I mean, all jokes aside, you gotta keep the missuses, or I should just say your partner. You gotta keep your partner happy, mate. So, there's absolutely no shame in that, buddy. Like, don't worry. Happy wife, happy life. I'm like... fully on board with that. And at the same time, too, like, sometimes it's nice just to go in for a cheap one, right? Alrighty, Sadiq Bey. That's our second Sadiq Bey. Is that our second Sadiq Bey, or am I getting confused with Saban Lee? And a silver Ingram. That's nice. Alrighty, so card of the box is definitely the Saban Lee. The two Baines was nice. There is a Pacer. Alrighty, box 2. Yeah, look, so I think we need to, give credit where credit's due, and we should really thank Ross Taunton for the supply of this. This didn't come from my regular guy. This came from Ross's guy, so, yeah. Ross was happy to hook me up. I was happy to relieve him of the stock, so that was a win-win. I want to talk about I really want to talk about the Sixers. I want to talk about the Kings, because I caught, like, you guys were talking about it in the chat room today. I was doing something else, so I just quickly flicked over to it and rewound it a little bit. And then I got distracted with the kids, and then I saw, like, the final score. So I want to go back and watch the game, because it seems pretty obvious that he's changed their rotation and their starting lineup almost immediately. When I say he, I mean Alvin Gentry. And I heard something else really funny today about that too, is that he took that Sacramento job almost with the understanding or the presumption that Walton was going to get fired and that they would need someone. Yes, John Thomas, I should say JC. He's a legit guy, man. You can only describe Ross as an OG, so... Alrighty, Halliburton. Reddish. Oh, that is nice. That is very, very nice. Yeah. I think through all of this, Ross has definitely... he knows how to manage the business side, but he's also very good at, just keeping it real and, making sure that it does stay as a hobby. So, yeah, he's definitely great to be around. Alrighty, KD. Anthony Davis, that's nice. I should chuck a penny sleeve that on now. Alrighty, Kyrie. That's not a bad box for the Nets. But me too, like, I value a well-priced break. So, that's definitely something that when I started out doing this, I was endeavoring to do it. Like, I can't say that money isn't my concern. Like, of course, I can't like do this, for nothing. It's not like a charity, but at the same time, I'm definitely not feeding my family through it or, trying to get some particular like return on investment. Like, I legitimately just do it because I enjoy it. So, yeah. So this is the type of break I'm totally proud of. Like, I think my proudest like breaking moment though is the NT box. That was by far, the best box I'd ever done. That was awesome. Alrighty, Zion. And we got another insert, numbers. Look, I think the inserts out of this set are just absolutely beautiful. That's Ben Simmons. When's that guy going to come back? Like, literally. When is he going to come back? Devin Vassell and LaMelo Ball. That's our first LaMelo, and it is a Premier level. That is going to Mr. Senior Paul Obliquely. I totally got sidetracked then, but I was talking about the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, I definitely want to watch the game, and I think that is super funny that Gentry took the job with the understanding that Walton was going to get fired. I mean, in some ways, that's actually like reading the room really well. Like, just knowing where to be at the right place at the right time, It's quite savvy when you think about it. Be back soon. He's running up. Yeah, he's got to be right. Yeah. RJ rookie. Josh. What do you mean by that? Do you mean RJ Barrett? He was rookie last year, so he's not a. It's not a rookie card in this set. Or do you mean RJ Hampton? RJ Hampton, yeah, he's a rookie, and in Select, he actually goes to Orlando. So, just drop a couple more lines into the comments, Josh, just so we're on the same page, mate, so I'm not misunderstanding what you're saying. Alrighty, box 3, lads. How am I doing for time? What time is it? 49 to box 3. This we could still be here tomorrow morning. This could be like the cherry 24-hour break. Hampton, yeah, Hampton is rookie year this year, and in Select he actually goes to Orlando. So in other products he's in Denver, like Prism, for example, Hoops, and I'm not too sure about Optic actually. I haven't watched a heap of Optic. But there was a Hampton card. Yeah, there was a base rookie. If you want it penny sleeve, mate, I can dig it out of the pile, but I've set aside a pile I'm going to penny sleeve after the break. Alrighty, Brandon Clark, Mr. Rui Hachimura, and Jalen Smith. And there goes for our $10. That is a silver Another Barrett. I feel like you've got your $10 worth already, man. I feel obliged to penny sleeve this, like, because it's part of the $10 break, you know? Alrighty, Mr. Kyle Lowry. Campazzo. Anthony Davis on the courtside. So interesting, we haven't had a courtside out of every box yet. Jokic on the tricolor. Obi. And Maxi on the Premier level. And our silver is going to Philadelphia. And that is Mr. Tobias Harris. Alrighty, the Boston Bear. Kevin Love. And that's nice. That's going to the Warriors. That is the traditional flash. The flash that got me a bit confused before. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and this stunning card, the Select Company, going to the Grizzlies. That is Ja Morant. Alright, I feel like I'm getting set up in my room now. I'm feeling, dare I say it, I'm feeling efficient right now. That's a big call. But I feel as though my little workspace is it's just taking me like a couple of breaks to sort of get my bearings, you know? What did I call the tricolor? I didn't call it a go kick. What did I call it? I do say the wrong name sometimes. Another Wiseman. 2 and 2 packs. Not bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really got my heart set on a tiger and elephant tonight. So honestly, fingers crossed. And then dependent how I'm feeling at the end of this, I'm actually gonna bust a personal box for myself tonight. Should I do it tonight? Or should I wait till tomorrow and spread out the love a bit? Oh, just an FYI, I am recording the feed tonight, so if anything untowards happens, if my internet drops out, if the server goes down, you know, yada yada yada, I'm recording, so I'll just stop and I'll wait, and then I'll upload the feed later on so we can catch that all then, so that is all good in that sense. And I think we've got some short print here. So this is cool. Alrighty, Cam Johnson, Josh Green, another Kevin Love Premier. That's our second of that. PJ Washington on the silver Premier level. That's nice. That'll get a penny sleeve right now. Alrighty, Gallo. We're coming up to this short print card. I'm just about certain we've got something nice. Am I lying? I think I've made myself a liar. I'm sorry, boys. I think I got everyone all worked up for nothing. That's a tricolor Eric Gordon, Bledsoe, and Naismith. I think I got myself all excited then. Embiid, the big Kiwi. Oh, Sam, there's absolutely no debate about this. It's select hobby, but you know, obviously for financial reasons, I've done like one box in the last 2 years. So as a compromise for that, I think Mosaic is really good. But I think my guilty pleasure is draft products, because it's the same thing. Like, it's so, you can open it, and even if you like completely skunk out, you don't even sort of blink an eye. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very affordable. I need to stop talking about me and talk about this card. Check this out. Turbocharged Donkey. These inserts are just like perfect. They've just absolutely hit home runs with these. Alrighty, Mario Demetrio, congratulations, mate. Same thing as I was saying about Andrew Hart before. You always dip into my breaks, mate, so congratulations. That's an absolute ripper. Yeah, so probably this year, probably draft I've opened the most of, to be honest, the draft picks. I just really like the designs this year. I just thought they were really good. And the price was great. And just like the temptation of the downtowns. Jimmy Buckets on the Courtside, and Kyrie again on the Flash. And then the autos in them too, like the live LaMelo auto potential just like had me absolutely drooling. And also because he hadn't signed other products, so at the time it just seemed like such an awesome, product. Alrighty guys, I'm just doing a little bit of a tidy up as I'm going, because I'm just very cognizant that I've got 20 boxes. In terms of mail days for this break too, I think the best thing that we do is like literally everyone that goes into this break, I'm just gonna like mail out your cards this week. So in terms of postage pricing, I think everyone is going to fit into this category, but basically I'm just going to do regular satchels for everybody, and I'll pad up all the cards and box them up, whatever. And then if you want express post, just send me a DM and I'll go and buy some express post satchels, and then I'll, do you know what I mean? Then I'll know that you want express instead of regular, so that's totally fine. Yeah, Sam, Mosaic is a really, really nice product. I think now that the dust has settled on the last sort of 2 years, so 18... I owe you a free mail day? Do I? Okay, well, if I owe you one, I owe you one. I'll have to go back through my messages, man. I'm not too sure if you're taking the piss from me, to be honest. Like, taking advantage of me while I'm breaking and unable to go, like, check my deets. But okay, Bodan. I'll fix you up, bro. So 1819, actually, they sold it Panini Direct. So you went onto their website and you bought a box of it, right? So it was like 100 USD a box plus postage. It was just so good. And oh, okay, cool, man. That's fine. I shouldn't razz you on like live. That's a silver. That's going to the pals. So that's the random winner. That's Andrew Hart's. Congrats, Andrew. Yeah, so I got really spoiled from that and was just opening these boxes. And also too, the other thing, in 1819, there was no retail and there was no base. So every card that you got was like a Mosaic card. That was sort of the, that's the plus of it. The downside was that, autos, that's going to the Hornets, Nick Richards. There was not an auto in every box. So it was like, I don't know, 1 in every 3 boxes, something like that. It was 1 in, like, let's just say 3 or 4. So you didn't get a heap of autos out of it. Yeah, for real, man. But it was just an absolutely beautiful product. And maybe, I don't know. Look, I'm very torn on this whole kind of like hobby versus retail argument, just for the fact that, like, this product is the absolutely perfect example of it. Like, it's actually made this product accessible. Like, last year you couldn't, you couldn't bust this. Like, you couldn't do a case break. It was like, you know, like, are you joking? You can't. What would the price of a case break be? You know what I mean? Alrighty, that is a Wiseman Premier level. That's actually a really nice card. So if you're a little bit on the unawares, the base card in this is called Concourse. Then there's like the medium level, which is this one here. This is the Premier level. And then there's the Courtside. So traditionally the Courtside is 2 per hobby box. How they allocate it in the retail product is a little bit... you don't get one in every single box. You get one... Sometimes you get one, sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get none. So that's how they've allocated it in retail. So this is a really nice one. This is Peyton Pritchard. That's going to the Celtics. We'll chuck that into a penny. And we've got another insert, and it's also another... we've been pretty lucky with this. We have had one base, but we've also had a couple of these in Prism. So again, that's the Flash. That's the Blaster exclusive. That's going to the Bucks. That it's a little bit bananaed, but that'll straighten out in a top loader. That'll be okay. You know, look, I know some people are incredibly like low on. Yeah, exactly, and I think, you know, I got nothing. I got nothing to support. Yeah, that's a nice one, man. I got nothing to support this theory at all. Sometimes what they do is in first year products, they load the absolute life out of them. So, you know, you just get this like insanely loaded product. And so I have seen some really nice cards come out of these. Like the autographs that you get out of these are really good, and you can get stuff numbered to 10 out of these too. So you can get some really nice, like, you know, autographs, and you can get some really nice low numbered stuff. You know, so the question is, like, have they loaded this retail product up so that it looks good and everyone buys it? Or is it just like the natural, you know, because it's retail, it's got very large print runs. Is it actually not, and it's just the normal odds that you would, you know, get a card, you know, 1 in 250 packs, 1 in 1,000 packs. You know, it's not like the Space Jam blasters where it's like 1 in 240 packs gets a LeBron auto. You know, obviously there's a lot more hits in these than what you're going to get out of Space Jam. But still, interesting concept. I think the thing that probably saved this as a product in general is that they've made the retail cards blue and the hobby cards are just that, you know, regular silver. I think that was an incredibly smart thing to do because, like, the NFL, for example, I haven't really heard anything good about the NFL select stuff that came out in retail. It seemed like it was very critical. I think the criticism was that, you know, the cards look exactly the same as hobby, and then they loaded the product. So, you know, like, where does that sort of leave the rest of us, basically? Which I think is it's a fair thing to say. So I think they're, you know, clever in that sense. Alrighty. Oh, Denver Nuggets, Zeke Naji on the silver Courtside. That is a beautiful card. So you just have to hope that this guy pops now. He's been getting a little bit more court time, hasn't he? And then another Zeke straight after that. That's actually slightly poetic. Alrighty, Derrick Rose on the tricolor. Another Winston, that's our second or third already. Cole Anthony on the Premier level, and Vucevic. That is the Flash. Another. The big bad Isaiah Stewart. The footage of him chasing down LeBron is just like epic. I gotta say, like, I have a slight man crush on this guy now. And it's got nothing to do with the fact that, like, he was after LeBron. You know what I mean? That's just a coincidence that, you know, I enjoyed piling on LeBron and this guy wants to, like, destroy him. You know what I mean? Like, it's a coincidence. Where's Chad? Yeah, Denver's got some nice cards, Josh. What is the odds of that? I don't know, man. Alrighty, I think we've got another insert coming up. Alrighty, Ramsey. Yeah, we do. It is Killian Hayes on the rookie selections. If that was silver, that would be like absolutely delicious, that card. I'll penny sleeve that up. I love these inserts. But I also, like, I'm just going back to Sam Gardner's question earlier before, like, what do I enjoy opening? Like, I think probably asking me this question, like, yeah, he literally couldn't be stopped, Josh. Like, I think the blessing of this job, this is not me saying this as a job is like it's not the right thing, but I do get an opportunity to open a lot of stock, and I think that is an absolute blessing. And I think that's like one thing I never want to sort of let go. So, the only thing I will say when I'm opening boxes for my from my personal like for me, like it all at the end of the day it comes down to like to pricing and whether I enjoy the product. But when I open the box, I just make sure 100% I'm in a really good mood and I'm feeling great. Like sometimes I'll have boxes and they might be literally sitting on my shelf for like 2 or 3 weeks until I'm waiting for like the perfect moment. You know, like I need to have all my like work done. I need to have my room tidy. I need to have like the moon to be right and you know the temperature's just good. I just like everything just right before I open my boxes, because I've opened boxes before when I've been in a bit of a bad mood and then I've skunked or whatever, and I've just felt like absolute like shit for a couple of days. So I just like everything to be sort of just so. But when I'm opening for you guys, it's a little bit different. Like so, for example, tonight, I had no idea that this break was going to fill in like 2 days. So truthfully, I didn't really plan to break on Saturday night, right? But when it was pretty obvious that we were going to fill today, well then, no, I'm not obliged, but I need to I can't keep you guys waiting either, So, alrighty, LaMelo Ball on the Premier level. So yeah, it's like tonight I'm breaking. So it's not so much about how I'm feeling today. It's more like I just need to make it happen, get my clear my calendar up basically. So it's kind of different when I'm opening for myself and for you guys. It's that's a very long winded answer, Sam, but so I'm just sorting out my to be penny sleeved pile and my base pile. I just mixed it up. I feel like I'm doing that every time. Wiggins is playing like an absolute champion this season. Alrighty, Bledsoe on the tricolour. Patrick Williams, get better soon, big dog. And Jaden McDaniels. Oh, do you know what I want to talk about on Card School this week? The kid that is starting in Minnesota that came from Denver. I want to talk about him because I really feel as though look, it's possible that we've already missed the train, but I reckon there's going to be a lot of movement on that kid. So I want to follow that up. Adam, Amy, if you're watching, mate, that's on the hit list this week, bro. 100%. Alrighty, the pony on the Courtside, and Zeke Naji coming up again on the silver, on the retail silver. AD. And my boy, Jalen Smith. That's a cool card. Cole Anthony, my boy, Darren Fox, and LeBron James on the Premier level. And our last card is going to our $10 spot. You get a penny sleeve straight away, Mr. Domantas Sabonis. So I think the next break I'm going to list is actually going to be WNBA. I'm going to chuck up a hobby break. I've been tossing up this idea for like, I feel like months now, of starting my own little page, which is still 100% connected to USSCA. But I want to do a page so that I can list my breaks on there. So classic example. Today I was trying to find my break listing, and I literally had to scroll through like 50 different posts just to find my break listing. So I would really just want something that I can easily find. My breaks, but I think my concern about not leaving's not the right word. My concern about not listing on USSCA is just, we've got like a couple of thousand members now. And just sort of losing that exposure. So I'm not too sure. And then if I do list it twice, then I'll have to, like cross-post it and keep double-checking it. So it's just kind of like one more layer for me to like make mistakes. Yeah, that's Bodan. That's what I reckon, man. That is 100% what I reckon, because it's so damn hard to find breaks and official stuff that we put up, because if you look at the amount of content that goes up on the page, like we're probably averaging. I'm sure you can find this information out accurately. I would guesstimate between 10 and 20 posts per day. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right, man. We can cross-post it. Yeah, look. All right, that was pretty much all I needed, was one person to say that it's a goer. Thank you, Bodan. I'm going to give it a crack. So I was thinking about maybe putting the WNBA break up onto that first. Because I had a quick read up about making Facebook groups. It's like literally 3 clicks. You practically don't. Yeah, 20 to man, you're probably right. It probably is 20 to 30. Like, it's quite an active group, and I think that's awesome. Like, I think it's really good. And I also would say too, it's really important that people get that opportunity to list stuff up, because it can't be. It just can't be like a one-way street where it's admin just like selling stuff all the time. Like, it has to be, you're gonna get stuff in breaks that you don't want. It's literally as simple as that. And you do need a platform to flip it. So, I think that's really good that we can provide that. But I think also too, there's sort of like a point in time where, there's almost too much stuff, and I think it's really hard sometimes to to find your stuff. Yeah, exactly. It just gets lost. Yep. Bodan, you literally like echo in my thoughts now. Alrighty, the big boy. God, he's huge, isn't he? He's just massive. Alright, LeBron, I'm gonna need to stop. I feel like this is a very kind of like heavy penny sleeve box for me. Brogdon, a silver Bagley. Bagley played well. He got 33 minutes today, I think the box score said. So that's... I feel like this week's card school is going to be us just talking about card values for an hour. I could just feel it. Like, between Sacramento Kings, between that kid that is coming on in Minnesota, Vanderbilt, that's his name. I totally slipped my mind. And then we were going to do a little bit of a segment on the Phoenix Suns. We haven't got an auto yet. I'm kind of I'm keen for an auto. Alrighty, RJ Hampton in a Denver uniform, but that is a Magic card. I'm very sorry. Tyrell Terry. KD, you probably should get a penny sleeve, mate. Alrighty, that is cool. Yeah, he is a build dude, actually. I wonder if he did a bit of boxing or something like that in his youth. He kind of has that kind of like very I'm sure he lifts weights, but he also kind of looks a bit like calisthenics slash, you know, heaps of sort of core strength strong, I reckon. Alright, that's awesome. I'm actually really stoked with that card. Who got Magic? Maka, congrats, mate. That actually just looks like an awesome card. I'd like to see the hobby silver of that. I reckon that would be like absolutely lit. Just lit. Yeah, Sammy, and I think you're right about that too. I feel as though yeah, I think you're right. I think, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but I honestly feel as though, you know, a year ago it was easier to find Post than what it currently is now. And I suspect it's got something to do with what you just said, the algorithm, in addition to notifications. Like, they've changed the way that notifications are sent and also received. And then yeah, just the volume on the page. I think it really is like sort of a combination of things. And like, I mean, I'm happy to do tag lists, like it's no troubles for me, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to annoy like you know, the bejesus out of you guys either, because if I'm tagging all these people into breaks that, you know, aren't going to breaks anymore, and, you know, don't want to be, you know, notified. But the other thing is, I don't even know if people, you know, get them. Like, so for example, this case break was the perfect example. I didn't do the full like 150, you know, people tag list. I just did, you know, people who asked to be tagged from the interest post, and then, you know, it filled up in a day. So I don't think, you know, you need to do a tag list to get people in. But that purple at the bottom of the tricolor is catching me. Yeah, you're probably right, man. Maybe I'm wrong about 2K. Maybe it is up to 3K. Like, the page has definitely grown. Like, you can definitely feel. There's just heaps more people on the page, isn't there? Alrighty, silver kiwi. An upside down and an upside down. Hopefully, I'm onto the right track now. And that's a Zion. And that is a tricolor Premier level Pritchard. I got a lot of time for Pritchard. Like, I think he's going to be a good pro. I legit don't think he should have played in Summer League, but I don't think I should hold that against him. That's a bit unreasonable, really. I'm just gonna penny sleeve silvers as I go, just because I know that the surface on those is not like, they're not robust. They're not meant to be sort of dragged along the ground and, you know, scratched up and all the rest of it. So, alrighty, Westbrook. That's a base. Alrighty, Caleb Martin. These Martin brothers, I feel like there's 3 of them in the league, but I only knew 2 of them or something. Because one of them got traded to Miami. I really feel like I completely missed that. Actually, I'm sort of reminding myself that was also on my to-do list. I wanted to read up about that. Because after Anthony Edwards dunked on that kid, oof, that was terrible. I feel bad for that guy actually getting dunked on so badly. Alrighty, a Okoro on the numbers insert. Not numbered, but that's obviously a prism. That's going to the Cavs. Cavs was Reese Brower grabbed Cavs this week. Yeah, congrats, Reese. That's a nice one. And Isaiah Stewart. Is that our second Isaiah Stewart courtside? Alrighty, so no auto yet, no zebra and no elephant. So, and we're like 8, 10. So this is our 10th box, I believe, if I'm counting that correctly. Sorry, I'm just going to put that down. So I'm going to open the window quick. $10.20. I'm not doing too bad. This is pretty good for me. This is pretty good. This is pretty good for me. I think I might do the sorting tonight and just have the Kings game on in the background. I think that's the way to go. I think that'll be nice. I can just chill and do that. I really wanted Gentry to play like 3 guards at the same time there. Alrighty guys, I think I need some fresh meat, some fresh topics. Give me a team to talk about, or give me a topic to chat about. So otherwise I'm just gonna like froth over the Kings for the next like hour. Or should I say lament over Fox's decreasing value. Alrighty, Giannis, the beard, Alabi. Is Alabi any good? Like, should I be keeping an eye on him in terms of like prospecting? Bucks going back to back. Alrighty, that's a really good one. So let's be realistic about where the rest of the league is sitting. So I think it's fair to say that the Lakers are underperforming and seem, at this moment in time, incredibly unlikely to do a deep playoff run, let alone make the finals, right? So I think you can rule them out. The Nets, who were my personal favorites, that's Trae Young on a flash. I actually thought that was a print line like straight across here, but it's not. It's actually part of the like the background, like the. I think it's an empty stadium, so it's the like the bars from that, because there's no people there. I thought the Nets were just gonna like literally walk over the whole league, and they were just gonna be resting players because they won 65 games, and then they were gonna go into the playoffs and they were gonna be fresh. But then this whole Kyrie thing happened, and COVID happened, and James Harden's not getting the same amount of foul calls. So I think they said today on a pod I was listening to, he's like, his free throw and shot attempts at the rim combined is down 30%. So, that's huge for like the way he plays. And then that, and he's out of shape. That's nice. That is a Premier level Patty Williams. That's going to the Bulls. Bulls is Mr. Michael Quigley. Alrighty, John Morant. Mr. Maxi's been tearing it up for Philly. Yeah, so I think it's fair to say that, the Bucks will beat the Nets as we're currently playing now. Anthony Edwards on the numbers. That is beautiful. That is going to Troy King. So that really just leaves in the same conversation the Warriors. And the Warriors are my personal pick to win the title at the moment. But at the same time, if you said to me that the Bucks should win it and the Warriors shouldn't, you know, I'm fine with that. My only thought is that I think that the Bucks don't match up with the Warriors as well as the Warriors match up with them. And what I mean specifically by that is there's not anyone in the league that can really stop or slow down Steph. Like, he's just playing so well at the moment. He understands how to, you know, create space. He understands when to shoot. He understands when to pass. He understands how to set people up. Like, you know, for all the criticism that he's sort of taken over his career, that, you know, he's one-dimensional, like, you watch him play now, his control over the game and the court is, I think you can fairly say that it's like LeBron-esque. Like, LeBron is, you know, the absolute chess master. So I think Draymond will match up really well with Giannis and give him a lot of troubles. But I don't really see anyone there. And I also think too, you know, with Clay coming back, and, you know, in these last couple of years, I don't think it went that well for them, but Jordan Poole emerging as, you know, someone that is just amazing, and then Kuminga has just been, you know, in very short, like, spurts and very specific things that they're getting him to do, but he's been, you know, he's serviceable. He can play in a rotation, and Wiggins is legit. Which, speaking of Wiggins, here he is here. Wiggins is legit. Wiggins can play, and the other thing they've been doing too, which has been like a little bit not that well, like they haven't given him like that much credit for it. He's been running their second unit, and he's been like, they haven't been losing their leads when Steph sits down. So like, that is, you know, like, that's worth paying him, like, whatever they're paying him. I don't know. I'm super high on the Warriors at the moment. And then just to answer your question, but on like the Wizards are one of the feel good stories of this year. But at the same time, I don't think we should confuse a feel good story with then extending that out to then sort of say, oh yeah, well, they're going to win the title. Like, I think that's like two, you know, completely separate conversations. Alrighty. Numbers again. Let's go into the Jazz this time. Let's go to Paul Bleakley. Paul, congrats, man. So, yeah, I mean, look, I think that the Wizards are interesting for a different reason, because I feel as though they basically turned John Wall into Westbrook, and then they turned Westbrook into all these incredibly serviceable parts. And I think doing that, and then, because I don't think they lost any picks for that whole process. So, and did their general manager just get an extension? Like, you know, you really have to, you know, give that guy a heap of credit. Like, that's, in terms of team building, and like, that's sort of 2K-esque, really, to pull off something like that. Yeah, that's kind of my thing about the Wizards. I mean, and also, is there a case study too about flipping sort of one star that doesn't really fit into, you know, like role players that really fit you? Yeah, I think Danny has been my other one too. I just think that he, I've completely stuffed up these piles. Sorry, lads. I'll be just 2 seconds. Alright, that's my penny sleeve pile. This is my base pile. Yep. My apologies. Alrighty, base. Alrighty, Kira Lewis on the tricolor. I feel like we've had a little bit of pals coming out tonight. The Beast. Derrick Rose. He's been playing awesome for the Knicks. And our last card is Fultz. I think that... So... I love this kind of question about, which is the coach that's going to get fired first. Like, I love, just going through all the teams and, checking that out. I'm a little bit shocked they fired Walton after, 10 games or whatever. I didn't understand that at all. But at the same time, it's the Kings. They're just, they're so inconsistent. They're consistent. But the next one that I love to think about too is who's going to be traded first, what big banana is sort of going to be moved on, and I just can't get Damien Lillard out of my mind just for the fact that his age. He came into the league 4 years out of college, so he's already pretty far down the track. He doesn't have a lot of productive years left, and the things that they try to do in the off-season to improve the team, I don't see any meaningful improvement. If anything, to be honest, I think the coaching change is worse. Terry Stotts was a really, really good coach. He might not have been popular, and he might not have, ticked whatever boxes they were hoping to tick when they hired Chauncey. Chauncey might be one of the best coaches in the league one day, but I think coming in and never have coached before to lead a team. Alrighty, LaMelo Ball, that is going to Mr. Paul Beakley. That's on the base. Yeah, I'm not surprised they've started so slow, at all. So alrighty, Wolves is having a nice break. And I think the other thing too is about Lillard is he's not I'm not even a particularly a Portland fan. I'm no Lillard truther, anything like that. But he just seems, you can't really not like the guy. You know what I mean? He's never done, anything controversial. He's never, stepped a sort of, a foot out of the wrong place. So you kind of, I like to see guys like that, go on and, win a championship and sort of get that nice little reward. Chris Paul with the numbers. So I'd love to see him get traded. There's a part of me that I'd love. Jeez, this has been a great. Okay, look, we're a few boxes in. It's not like we've just opened one box here, but Wiseman Courtside. That's awesome. Congratulations, Warriors. Warriors have done well. Paul Reed, congrats, mate. Yeah, I'd love to see him get traded and win a chip. So whether that's to, to Lakers, be crazy if he was traded to Golden State, crazy good. Flash, that's going to the Hawks. The guys from the Ringer today were piling on the Kings about not picking Luka Doncic, and then they chose Bagley instead. But do you guys ever think that there's going to be a situation when people will say, well, the Warriors chose Wiseman instead of choosing LaMelo? Because I think that's a really cool... Yeah, that Crown Royale case was weighted in a really weird way. The only, I'm 100% agreeing with what you're saying. The only thing that did work out a little bit in our favor is that because it was a weighted case, we actually got 4 LaMelos out of that case, and we got and one of the 4 was a short print. So that was that was the silver lining to that sort of grey cloud. Alrighty, guys, we got 8 boxes left. 8 boxes left. Seriously, I was expecting an auto by now. So I'm getting a little bit worried, but at the same time, I rarely read the fine print on the sides of the boxes, but to promote this break, I actually did. So the autographs that you can get out of this, I actually, yeah, read off the box. Yeah, it was a 100%, mate. It was a weird break. And yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I hope Lillard gets moved. So I reckon Golden State would be fun. Lakers would be fun. But the one I probably love the most is Philly. And I like that the most because the irony is about Philly, without Ben Simmons, they're still a really good team. And how you become a really good team, there's just so much to it. But they're really well coached. They seem to have a good front office, despite them having, you know, like a fair bit of like turmoil in the last couple of years. Like that seems to have all sort of, you know, sorted itself out. And then, shit, I think I've done it again. All right, I think I've made 2. That's okay. That's all right. No worries. I'll just put all these aside and I'll just sort them later. That's my own fault. I'll just sort all them out later. No problems. But yeah, even though they're so short-handed, like they're still pumping out wins. Yeah, man, yeah, this is only my ever second case break too, man. So this is still like, you know, fresh ground for me, and I have to admit, there is something about getting the case hits which is like quite appealing. This is something. Anyway, sorry, I'm like totally all over the place at the moment. So Josh Green on the rookie selections, but like Philadelphia is a professional team. Like Embiid is, for all of his like, you know, criticisms that he receives, which some of it is definitely, you know, warranted with his like conditioning, his injury history, and you know his sort of like temperament. But that guy is like an absolute professional, and he's a good leader. Like you can tell who the leader is on that team. Like Ben Simmons is not there, and that team is still like just, you know, humming along. Like, and they could really use him too. Like it's obvious like what he adds to that team. Alrighty, courtside rookie, going to the Raptors. That's going to Mr. Benjamin Key. I think you'll like that. So yeah, if they can flip, hypothetically, if they can basically move Simmons into Lillard, can you imagine that? Like that would just open up like a 1-2 game of Simmons and Embiid playing together. Mr. Chad Ellis with his delicious flash. Halliburton. That is a nice one for you, mate. Congratulations. I think that would be so good. And I think also too it would really help out their rotations, because as well as Seth Curry's been playing this year, I think he'd be like much better off, you know, on coming off the bench and just being like basically a fire starter. So I like Maxey in the starting lineup. I just think his energy, and you know, he doesn't make the best decisions like every, you know, possession down the floor. Alrighty, another Kings short print. But I think he's got enough there to, you know, to keep that spot. I don't really see. I suppose the only reason why you wouldn't start him is just because, like, Lillard and Maxey would be a little bit of a small backcourt, but, you know, Embiid mops up a lot of mistakes, and to be honest, I actually wish that Simmons would come back and they would trade Tobias Harris. Like, in my 2K world, that's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be trying to trade Simmons. I know you don't have to deal... I suppose you do have to like keep the players happy in 2K, but... I just think it's such a shame that it's ended up like that. And it's so public too, you know? I was thinking about this actually for the show too, like, you know, do we need to look into, like, to find out, you know, other players that held out, because it's not the first time that somebody's held out. There was someone said that Jim Jackson held out for four or 5 months or something like that. Alrighty, CJ Allaby. Allaby again. Lou Williams again. That's our second flash for him. Gumby. Derek White. Alrighty, Halliburton. On the select signatures. Cool. Great. James Wiseman again. And Darren Fox on the court side. That's cool. A Silver Porzingis. Jaden McDaniels and Spicy P. We've got a little bit of Wiseman coming out of this box. So that is... So out of this case, we've hit the concourse, the premier level, and the courtside. So that's actually... That's super nice. Alrighty, AD. Come on, autograph. Let's go. Alrighty, Udoka on the tricolor. And Zubac on the silver premier level. The team that has pleasantly surprised me though this year has been the Thunder, because I legit thought that they were going to have the same record as the Houston Rockets this year. I honestly thought that they were just going to try and bottom out again, but they've been super competitive. Like, just super competitive. Yeah, I just wasn't expecting that. Maybe they figure they've got enough draft assets and they can start like playing and, you know, trying to win games, and then, you know, instead of getting draft assets from their own losses, they'll just try and get them from, you know, other teams that they've been trading with. I mean, that's a reasonable plan. I'm still here, lads. I'm just stacking up cards into the appropriate piles. Alrighty, so we have got 6 boxes left. 6 boxes. Come on, let's go. Let's get this Tiger. I really want to see this Tiger come out. I've never busted a Tiger for myself. Have I don't think so. Alright. Empty. champ. I was bidding on an auction tonight. I think it ended at 10 o'clock. I totally, to be honest, I was going to stop breaking to make sure I like had the winning bid in. It was in a 4-card Gafford lot, so fingers crossed I pulled that off. I chucked a bid on before I started breaking. Alrighty. 2 Malachi Flynns. Harrison Barnes Silver Premier. That's nice. LaMelo Ball again. Beautiful. And Terrence Davis on the tricolor. Josh Green. Jonathan Isaac. I was going to say Jonathan Davis, but that's a different Jonathan. Eric Gordon on the base. And Westbrook on the silver. Yay! Alrighty, let's go! We've got some back to front action, so I'm just going to flip this around. And I'm going to use a Steph Curry. Looks just like a numbers prism card. And it is going to reveal a Gary Clark. That's a nice card. It is a prism. I'm glad we got an auto, but yeah. I'm sorry, boys. That is definitely on the tougher side. But congratulations to Nuggets. Nuggets is Joshua Marucci. Congrats, man. He's put a bit of effort into that auto. I never understand this. How on earth does dust get inside these? Seriously. Can't they just hire a cleaner? They cost like $20 an hour. Alrighty. Gary Clark, Nuggets, Josh Marucci, congratulations. Alrighty. Come on, let's go. Let's get this Tiger now. Hopefully we got one more auto coming. Yeah, it's Prism. It is Prism, man. So, yeah, totally, again, I feel like we're on the same wavelength with quite a lot of stuff here, man. But, yeah. Whoa. McDaniels. That's not bad. Joker. And Devin Vassell. Let's go into the Spurs. Who picked up Spurs? It's usually Andrew Regan or Chad. It was Jason Varga today. That's a good one for you, Jace. I'm glad to see you back, Jace, mate. I hope you're doing well. I should say that. Alrighty. I think Warriors have done really well. I actually think that Warriors in some ways should be like as much as Hornets. I know that they don't have that big, like, you know, super big banger like LaMelo, but they do have Steph and they have Wiseman. And maybe, like, you know, Wiseman had cooled off a little bit. Like, that's fair to say that. But if you think about it, like a really high draft pick with a really good veteran. Empty. That's pretty good hobby value. Alrighty, I am going to recap this box. So what I've done is I've actually set aside the cards that I have penny sleeved. And of course I'll do the top loaded cards. But I would normally recap every, you know, like rookie and premier level. I just can't do that for a 20 box case break, lads. I am sorry. But yeah, I'll definitely do the ones that I have penny sleeved and top loaded. So we'll still have a nice little recap. It'll still be like a substantial number of cards. So it'll be nice to recap it though, because you can get caught up in it. Like it's just, this has been a little bit of a blur for me. So I'm going to enjoy doing the recap. Alrighty, Gumby. LB. Pascal, and that is nice. That is a Cole Anthony silver retail premier level. Derek wrote, oh, here we go. LaMelo on the tricolor. That actually really suits his uniform too. Like the teal with the purple and then the teal with the... You're testing my color knowledge here, but that's sort of like pastel green. That looks really good together. I like it when the colors match like that. Alrighty, Kira Lewis. Caleb Martin. Isaiah Joe on the tricolor. That's going to Philly. Alrighty, that's actually a silver. It's a little bit tricky to see these sometimes. That's going to the Suns. That's a hot one. Alrighty, another Edwards. Obi. And a silver this time. So we hit the base of this earlier. Or did we get that in silver too? Anyway, I think that's the second time we've hit this. That's going to the Pistons. Pistons were... Jason Varga. I actually thought we hit a Halliburton auto before when that numbers card came out. That's what I thought it was, but it was the numbers card, which is still a nice card. Alrighty, Adams. So, sorry, we really quickly touched on the, that's cool. Denny on the tricolor premier. That's cool. We really quickly touched on before the Jordan Blasters. Has anyone seen an auto get like taken out of a box? And has anyone seen a listing on eBay? Because not that I've spent hours, looking for this, but I've seen neither. Like normally this stuff just kind of like, filters into your socials or, goes into your feed or, whatever, happens, right? But, nothing. I've seen absolutely nothing. Which kind of makes me think either everyone's sitting on this product or it's just filled up with filler, If the big guns come out on the top, might as well just chuck them straight into their penny sleeve. No point risking it. So my 3-year-old daughter today had her first haircut. We hadn't ever cut her hair because we just thought she looked nice with longer hair. But when she was sitting on the toilet, I was literally having to move her hair out of the way of her bum. It was like gonna get poop on it. So we thought that's it, enough's enough. So we went and got a haircut. They've done a really nice job of it. So she looks great. That was probably the the highlight of my day so far, is my kid getting her haircut. And an upside down Ben Simmons. There you go. Ben Simmons. Upside down. Is that sending a message? Perhaps. Actually, that's not really the highlight of my day. I went out on a bro date, and he organised for us to go to a champagne tasting at 10 o'clock in the morning. Luca, Courtside. Delicious. Mavs, Mario, congratulations, mate. That's cool. Yeah, so that was kind of fun. We were gonna. I thought the plan was we're gonna go out, just get some breakfast and some coffee, but he had this very elaborate scheme organized for us, and then it turned out that we didn't have time to get breakfast. We had to get home, so we just pretty much went out drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning. So that was my morning. I lie. Duncan Robinson, that's our second holo in one box. Alrighty, what do we got here? Emmanuel Quickly, that's going to the Knicks. That's the silver. Knicks is Michael Manley. Nice card, mate. Alrighty, we got an insert. That's Select Company, Anthony Davis. Kogi. And Udoka. Alrighty guys, 3 boxes left. Come on, Tiger. I'm not sure, can you see that from a distance? Yeah, you can see that in the top right side. There goes my light. Alrighty, there's my room back. Delicious. The light will stop swinging in a second. I'm just going to stand up to stretch out my back for 2 seconds. We do have some Mosaic coming. I think I got 3 boxes of Mosaic on order. I just ordered some Optic, and someone actually got into my DMs and convinced me to buy some Optic hobby, so I'm going to pick up a box of that next week. The price has actually slid down quite a bit. Like, it's less than $1 now. I have to wonder, though, like, how much influence has... Look, obviously, like, you know, it's slowed down. Like, there's no, you know, there's no two ways about it. But it's also the timing of the releases. Like, I wonder how much of it is like, you know, people are sort of seeing, you know, the new rookies come out. So they're kind of like, well, do I just hold on? Alrighty, Donkey on the Flash. You know, do I just hold on and just sort of wait for like the next lot of rookie classes to come out? Like, I just think the timing of the releases this year has been super weird. Because we still got some big releases to come, like Flawless hasn't come out yet. Has iMac been released? And then we got 1 and 1 still to come. Like we're not talking, you know, little releases at the moment. It's a bit of stuff still to come. Alrighty, that's a silver. That's going to the Jazz. Steph Curry. That's a donkey. Halliburton. And a courtside Brandon Ingram. Isaiah Joe. Kobe. And an upside down Derrick Rose. Oh, I'm starting to feel the pressure now, lads. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll kind of be disappointed if we don't get a Tiger. I do think about this from time to time, right? So if we're talking about, you know, buying a case versus buying like some singles, right? It's sometimes I feel like singles are too cheap. Because if you think about it, like how many boxes we've opened and not got a Tiger yet, right? You sort of realize actually how hard it is to get a Tiger. I've always wanted one day to open up a box of, like, a case of something. Then when I see a case like this, and I mean, I'm not at the bottom, we are not at the bottom of the case yet, so it's too early to call it yet. But if you don't get a Tiger out of this, you sort of think like, well, what are you buying into, you know? Alrighty. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Alrighty, Duncan Robinson for the 3rd time on the Prism. Benny Simmons, this time is the base. And rookie selections, Isaac Okoro going to Reese Brower of the Cavaliers. Halliburton on the Premier level. Barrett on the silver. Maxey on the base. And Kira Lewis on the flash. Sadiq Bey on the Premier level, and on the tricolour is Malachi Flynn. Alright, comments have gone dead. I think Bodan has gone to sleep. I'm sorry, boys, to put you to sleep. That is Laurie Markkinen. Alrighty, guys, this is it. This is the last box. I feel like, I mean, obviously this is out of my control, but I feel like a bit of pressure right now to deliver this Tiger. I was legit hoping for a Tiger. I just assumed you would get one per case. And look, maybe it's in this box and all is going to be revealed, but it would have been nice if it came out just that little bit earlier. Even if it came out at box 15, I just feel like that would have taken a lot of weight off my shoulders. Yeah, last box. Hey, thank you, Mr. Hart. How are you, buddy? I didn't know you were around. How are you, champ? Mr. Bodan, you are always welcome, mate. Thanks for the chat. I really appreciate the back and forth, the banter, lads. So, yeah, keep it coming. So, Andrew, if you've just spent 2 hours doing something, you have to tell everyone how you worked it out, mate, because you could save everyone a whole lot of angst in the future. So, mate, tell us your secret. Oh, you've been here the whole time. Cool, man. So, tell us, what's the answer? Alrighty, guys. Good luck. I really hope we get something good out of this last box. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in. I really hope that I haven't dwelled over this damn tiger too much and spoiled your experience. But honestly, thank you for the quick fill, because, yeah, I do get the feels when I get a quick fill. Like, that was awesome. And, turn it on, turn it off again. That old chestnut. That is a very, you can't go past that trick, mate. For real. Alrighty, courtside Paul George. Some would say playing at an MVP level this year. Alrighty. Kenyon Martin. You'll get a penny sleeve, mate. Isaiah Stewart, you are a beast. Alrighty, that's cool. Denny. And Bogdanovich. Alrighty, this is the last pile, lads. Mr. Wiggins. Gordon. Patrick Williams on the rookie selections. Gordon. Oh, fuck. Scenic Bay. And that's our last 2 cards, which is going to the Hornets. So, alright. Definitely on the disappointing side. I think, give me some time. I'll try and work something out. We will, I'll try and work something out. Whether I buy one and then we just flip it into the, like, we just do like a random, or I do an extra card. I'll find something out of the skunk. Yeah, maybe we'll do an extra skunk. I legit feel as though... Thanks, man. Yeah, I just feel like we're 1 card short out of this break. That's, I mean, look, the autograph is the autograph, you know? That's kind of is what it is. But that's... Look, I think we got some nice cards out of this. So let's recap first, and then let's talk about... So these are the cards that I have penny sleeved as we went. And some of it is because I like to penny sleeve, you know, definitely particular cards. And then let's do the top loaders first, just because. Yeah, it was a good break. You're right. There was some good stuff out of this. I shouldn't, like... And I do this at times, so this is me in a nutshell. All right, let's go. Come on. Let's have a look at this. This is going to be good. So Luka Courtside, Denny Flash Premier Level, LaMelo Tricolor, Gary Clark Silver Auto, Wiseman Premier Level Base, Wiseman Courtside, Edwards Flash, Edwards Numbers, Cole Anthony Courtside, LaMelo Premier Level, Zeke Naji Silver Courtside, that's cool. Wiseman again on the Premier Level, Wiseman on the flat. This is a Warriors. Alrighty, LaMelo on the Premier Level. That's actually a silver. That's a silver Premier Level. And this is the card that actually threw me at the start. And I probably should have picked this up a little bit earlier, but we did work it out. 28 of 49. So maybe that's our case hit instead of the Tiger. That must be it. Alrighty, now we're just going in. These are just the penny sleeve. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night if you are leaving. I can't read all these out. I'm already losing my voice from talking too much. So I'll just quickly flick through these. You guys can have a quick squiz. LaMelo. A lot of Kira Lewis came out. We got a decent amount of Patrick Williams. There's more Patrick Williams in my to be penny sleeved pile. That's a nice one. I like that Trae Young flash. And these look really good. The numbers cards that are short printed, they look good. Alright, I'm feeling better actually about this now that I'm just like looking through the hits. Because I don't know why I did that. But I did. Not that there's anything wrong with you, Colin Sexton, that you just shouldn't be in the hit pile. Same as you, Bagley. Oh yeah, well, you get here because you're a silver. Yeah, this is not so bad, is it? 2 Courtside Stewarts. Another Wiseman. That's nice. That should be in a top loader. Courtside AD. Alrighty, 2 piles to go. I'll do these in halves. Nah, yeah. Sorry, Andrew, just replying to your comment. I know it's not my problem, but that's a silver numbers. How can I say it? I don't feel obligation, but at the same time, you know, it should be fun. And I think that, you know, for $20 or, you know, whatever it is, 15, let's call it 15 to 30, and it ends up to be $20. You know, I think for that small outlay that I need to make, just to make it that little bit more fun, you know, I'm totally happy to do that, man. So I've actually got, I know the card that I want to do. Alrighty, so these are actually cards from the, they're to be penny sleeved. Do you know what? I brought in a pile that needs to be penny sleeved. No, it has been penny sleeved. So that's that one done. Alrighty, what have I got here? No, there's one more here. Still. Alrighty, so that's it. So it's just this pile here and we're done. Hey, JC. Yeah, Matt, look, a little bit of my pricing is out of my control. I'm not going to lie to you, mate. Like, in terms of me putting margins on, you know, my margins are... My margins rarely fluctuate. Like, it kind of is what it is for the prices. So, if I get it at a good price, I'll bust it for a good price. Like, that's fine for me. So, and look, if I can't get it at a good price, but I still want to purchase the product, you know, I'll just purchase it and sort of just, like, you know, run with the punches. But yeah, look, I also understand that you guys can't buy into every single break that I put up, you know, without questioning. Like, I get that 100%, but hopefully when I, you know, do stuff that's, you know, as good as this, you know, it sort of gets you guys to, you know, come back and support me a bit more, you know, or however it is that, you know, it sort of pans out. So that's nice. That should be in the top loader too. So yeah, that's it, lads. That is me done and dusted. I tell you what, I'm going to run. Give me a minute. We've been here for like 2 hours. What's another 5 minutes? I'm going to get the card out. Because I've got an idea of the card that I want to do from my... It's actually a bit of a banger. So it's not going to go to the team that... And this is in addition to the skunk prize too, by the way. So this is just going to be a straight random Actually, I tell you what, I'm going to show you guys what I've been putting away for skunk prizes, because I'm actually kind of I'm pretty proud of these, to be honest. So it's just stuff that I pick up at auctions, or I see stuff and I'm just like, yep, that's just a good price. That'll be like cool for my. And some of these are going to be in packs. Like, what I do is I do say like a yeah. So that's a Devonte Graham rookie card, and then I try and put in like a short print, and then like another base rookie, or like a like a good rookie. So that's a Saban Lee. That's a red choice. There's an Obi, a Baisley. This is cool. This is a hyper. That's a silver Vassal. Oh, I like this one. I really like these. That's a Cam Reddish rookie. They're called Electric or something like that. I really like these. Yeah, I picked that up for real cheap. That was a couple of bucks. That's a mystery pack already been made up. This is a choice one. So that's got Isaiah Stewart in there, Jokic, and it's got one of the inserts in there. It's got Isaiah Joe. What's this one? This is Danny Granger, a silver Killian Hayes rookie card, and there's someone else in there too. Who's this one? Lonnie Walker. This is what I was looking for. Let's do this. Let's do this as the giveaway. This is a Triple J Dominion on card. This is a rookie. So his value's really slipped, but I'm still like, I still think he's a good buy at the moment. This is actually a select insert pack. So that's Obi Toppin. There's Patrick Williams in there. There's a couple of other cool things in there. And then there's this bad boy, which I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of like, I was saying this in the group chat the other day. I'm kind of like, if that slips into my own like PC box, I'm not going to be totally shocked. Alrighty, so let's do this. Just give me 2 seconds to set this bad boy up. Or do I do this like the hardcore way? And do I say you can only claim it if you're live? I don't think I've got many people still here though. That's the only problem. Alrighty, 5 is the minimum. Do it or don't do it. Josh, make sure you reply to me, mate, because I'm gonna come back and check what your reply is. Alrighty, name at the top wins. But I'm gonna hear what Andrew has to say, because alright, that's 4 times. I'm just gonna check back what he's saying. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I mean, I'm very tempted to actually, funnily the other day I went into a competition on a De'Aaron Fox fan page, and I actually won it, but I wasn't live, and the dude said I had to claim it later, and then I went back and watched the video, and he was like, "Russell, are you there? Are you there?" And then I wasn't there, and then he randomed it off to the other guy. I was like, I was pretty frosty actually, so maybe that's not really what I want to bring out in everyone. JC, congrats, man. Yeah. JC, congratulations, mate. PM me, JC. Tough. Why? What happened, man? Oh, you do it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, it was. You're up there too, Josh, mate. You're super close, man. Yeah, I was salty. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the same time, it's not like you know, I deserved anything or anything like that. It's all good. Alrighty, all right. I'm feeling much better now because I mean, look, you never know what the Tiger would have been, but I feel like that's a very good. You're welcome, Josh, mate. Take care, bro. So I'm feeling heaps better. So the Denny's like sorted that out. That was a sick skunk prize, which has now become like a bonus. Yeah, super tough on the Fox, man. I was salty as F, but you know, obviously I've moved on, so it's all gravy. Alrighty, boys, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna just sort some cards. Um, this picture should be a. Obviously, we didn't do Prism. Should be this. Beautiful. Fix it up at the last second. Alrighty, boys. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. As always, hit me up on chat if you got any questions. Alrighty, bye bye.